Hi guys, Steph here. Okay, now some of you would have watched yesterday's pen haul video and you would have seen me showing you a pen which I wasn't too sure which model it is. This one here. What we got here? Another Parker. Right, this is the, well, I always get these confused. Is this the Classic or the 180 off the top of my head? I'm not sure. Lovely condition. Anybody interested in these? Get in touch. And here's the pen in question once again. So I thought I'd do a review on it because they are very nice pens. So as you can see, it comes in the original box. Okay, let's open it up for you. There we have it. Now, as you can see in the description, what we've got for you here is a Parker Classic Laque Thuya fountain pen. Now, this pen was made in France and was made in France in 1986. So it's not a Parker 180, it's the Parker Classic. And as I said, in this sort of lovely pattern which they term as Laque Thuya. Okay, now as you can see, it comes in the original case. Now if we open the back area here for you, okay, you can see it comes with two Parker cartridges. Let's put that back in there. Okay, so we've got two Parker cartridges. We've got the instructions as well. So what we'll do, let's pop that to one side. We'll pop that back after the video. Okay, so as you can see, it comes in the original case. So there we have it. A Parker Classic Thuya Laque. Absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, it comes in this sort of, well, it's a lacquered effect in this sort of brown marbling colour. The size of this pen is 136 millimeters capped. Around the diameter, it's 10 millimeters in diameter. Now, very briefly, the Parker Classics actually started off with the ballpoint pens. A lot of you people will be aware of the Parker Classic ballpoints. And even to the extent, if you look at the top there, okay, this little feature here, this gold top, if you like, looks very much like a ballpoint. You've got the very recognisable Parker arrow clip, as you can see there, and then to the bottom of the cap you'll see it says Parker, and then if we turn it round it says France, and then just to the right of it it has YL, so Yankee Lima, and that indicates, nice and simple, the pen is dated 1986. Now, because of the confusion when I actually did the video, these pens, this is actually the successor to the Parker 180, and that's why in some cases it can be a little bit confusing when you look at these pens and see whether it's a Classic or the 180. But this one is the Parker Classic. Very nice indeed. Now it's got a friction fit cap. If we take that off for you like so, let's show you the pen in numerous different angles. Okay, before we show you the pen, if I just show you the end of the barrel here, you see the end piece here, this gold ring or this gold finial, has this slight flare to it. Now the reason for that flare, it allows you to cap or post the cap, okay, which personally I am not a big fan of. But that's the reason for this slight flare to the end of the barrel there. As I say, for me, I'm not a big fan for people posting caps, because personally I've actually seen the damage that it actually does. Let's take you up to the section. In fact, before I take you to the section, let me show you inside. As you've already seen, it's a Parker cartridge converter. We've shown you it comes with two cartridges, and it also comes with this Parker converter. And the lovely thing about it, look at that, the sack is lovely and clean. So as far as I can see, this pen has never been used. Okay, so we've got a converter fitted in the pen, and as you've seen, inside the box we've got 2 spare cartridges. Okay, so the new owner for the pen can actually decide whether he uses bottle ink or uses cartridges. Coming back to the section, you see it's got this sort of checkered section here, which makes it nice and comfortable to hold. To the very top, we've got this chrome ring towards the nib, and then we've got this rather unusual long triangular nib. Now the nib, I believe, is a gold-plated steel nib, but again, this is where the confusion comes in with the 180, because they're very, very similar. The difference on this one, you can see it comes with this sort of plastic collar just below the nib there. The feed is very, very similar to the 180, and I don't know if you can see to that particular collar, it's got the letter M for medium. So there's a sideways view. So once again, that's where the confusion can lie. Some people may look at it and say, oh, it's a 180, but no, they're very similar. As I said, this is the successor to the 180, and the nib, it was slightly it's slightly different and adjusted. One of the things that they said, I believe, with the 180 is the nib was usable on both, you know, from the underneath and over the top as well. And I believe when they actually brought the Classic out, they designed it just so that it would use in a normal position. So whether it can be used upside down, well, I don't understand why people want to do that anyway, but I think this one was designed nice and simple to be used in the normal manner. Now, I'm not going to fill the pen because this pen has now been, well, it's now got a new home. It'll be going to the new owners tomorrow. So I'm going to leave the filling pleasure to that customer. But let's just have a look how the pen actually writes. So what we'll do a dip test. Okay, and let's just see how it writes. So we've got a Parker Classic. Okay, as we said, made in France, made in 1986. I'm sort of giggling away to myself because it's writing very, very nicely indeed. It's a lovely, smooth writer. And there we go. We're just running out of ink, but not a problem. So that's the writing sample. So writing with a medium line, writing very nicely indeed, lovely and smooth. So what we'll do, we'll just clean that nib after the video, and as I said, we'll get the pen packaged and ready to send to the new owner. So Mark, I hope you like your pen. I'm sure you will. It's an absolutely beautiful example. So there we have it. A Parker Classic fountain pen made in France. I hope you've enjoyed looking at this pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, down below, leave a comment, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the video. But for now, I'm going to say Slava Ukraini, and from me, bye-bye for now.